God gave me this platform. I already know I'm going to win.
China did our vote. Biden and Harris would say, hey, we're here to protect the country, and resign.
Mike Lindell's a conspiracy.
But you haven't.
Just forget about the evidence. This was attacked.
Conspiracy theorist Mike Pillow has a plan to win elections for the Republican Party. That plan is voting. What? Hold on. Let's see what he says.
The number one thing that everybody can do is vote day of. We showed that with Kerry Lake in Arizona. You need to vote the same day. Everything else, we're going to be watching the algorithms. You need to we'll be watching the polling, the good pollers, not the ones that are lying, so that they can do the steal. But we can overrun the algorithms. Everybody has to get out and vote. Everybody, you know. And same day. Don't vote 2 days early. Don't vote 1 day early. Vote same day. It's a lot harder for them when they don't have names to pull from the voter rolls with these machines and computers the same day. And know that if we all get out and vote and overrun the algorithms, and even the ones we don't, we are watching this time. We're watching everything.
Oh, okay, wait. That's just voting, dude. Okay, look, hey, if you want to go and vote the same day of an election, it's totally your call. There's nothing wrong with that. If you can do it, do it. I like democracy. I like tacos. But here's the thing, right? The right wing doesn't like democracy. Notice this plan here. Yes, he says, well, there's a reason that I want you to vote same day. Okay. Now, that reason makes absolutely no sense. But really, the message here is to discourage early voting. Now, that's something that, by the way, has no downsides whatsoever. Even Republicans will benefit from being able to vote early in elections. Maybe not Republican politicians. The only ones who maybe won't seem to benefit if, it is easier to vote are corrupt Republican politicians who want to keep voter participation at a minimum. Again, they admitted long ago, this is Paul Weyrich, by the way, it was the godfather of the modern conservative movement, founder of some of the biggest right-wing think tanks. They said openly, I don't want more people voting. More people vote, the less we win. And so understand that the goal of voter restrictions is not to fight voter fraud. It's to make it so that it is more difficult, more time-consuming to vote, to have it take more time, to have it be more of a pain in the ass, so that the average working person in this country, the working class, regular people who are, again, no hate to the boomers, to the older people who are, retired, who are lucky enough to be able to retire and have the whole day to vote, right? That's great for them. A lot of them happen to be conservative voters, but again, there's the liberal voters, progressive voters, et cetera, that are also older and, are retired and are able to take that day to vote. That's wonderful for them. But what about everybody who's got to work? I mean, what about in the places where you have people that have to stand in very long lines to vote and just don't have the time to do so? No, we need a voter holiday. We need to expand a voter holiday. And yes, we do need to have same-day registrations. And we do need to have early voting. And we need to make it even easier. We need to make mail-in ballots, and continue with those policies and make them easier. Just make it easy to vote. But they don't want to. They want to make it harder for you as a working person, and most likely progressive or, even like independent or, a left-winger, to get out there and vote. They want to make it harder. And the reason that they do that, again, it's because when average people turn out, working people, oftentimes they do so for Democrats because Democrats aren't insane. And by the way, most often when they see a candidate that actually represents the working class or says they are members of the working class or represent the working class, well, they vote for them. And those people, more often than not, tend to run as Democrats. That said, there is a distinction here to make. In reality, I've talked about this before, due to the corrosive, influence of money in politics, only a few Democrats actually truly represent the working class and will, do policies that protect the working class. But there are 0 Republicans that do. If they did, they would support higher wages. They would support paid leave. They would support childcare. None of the Republicans ever vote in favor of those things. Democrats do. They do vote in favor of these things. However, there's leadership that refuses to eliminate the Senate filibuster so that those things will actually pass. And so I think that there's an issue here as, well, if we get rid of the filibuster, we actually have to pass some of these things. And that might affect our donors. Our donors won't like some of the stuff. Some of the more progressive things they didn't sign on for. So now, you also have the mansions and cinemas, who, of course, get the Democrats to strip out anything that these bills, that would actually help working people, or most things, with pretty much no disagreement from Democratic leadership. And then when it passes, apparently, it's historic. Okay. But anyway, I went off in a little bit of a tangent. But the point is, Republicans don't want you voting unless you're voting for their side and against your own class interests. And ultimately, this is more of that. Is voting the same day, like Mike Pillow says, going to overrun the algorithm? No, that's not how that works. This isn't a computer. This isn't like a computer that gets slowed down because you have too many Chrome tabs open. Okay? By the way, we really do need. No, what this is dedicated, specialized hardware and software that is made specifically to tabulate votes. That's it. It is, however, not programmed to use algorithms, as Mike Pillow is suggesting, to figure out which votes to throw out based on whether or not you voted early. In total, I think I should award Mike Pillow's conspiracy theory and his new statement a total of 3 crack pipes out of 10 for at least, hey, coming up with something that maybe does encourage voting, because I'm in favor of voting in democracy, while still making him sound like a complete unhinged moron.